When are you going to leave me alone?
Drop the gun! Yeah, that's right, drop the gun!
Hey, I'm a police officer. This is an arrest.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, great, man. Can you tell us how you got the part in Kindergarten Cop?
Kindergarten Cop.
Yes.
Well, I immediately think of I had auditioned at Universal Studios for another movie. And I talked to the Kindergarten Cop. His name was Big Rick. And he was about this big. And he says, I just traded the list of my people with hers.
Okay.
And so I didn't even audition for it, you know. And the funny thing about that was that years ago when I had been out to Hollywood before I went back to school, and I got my master's, I came back out, and but anyway, I used to break into every studio back in the day when I was a busboy, you know, and untrained.
Sure.
And I was over at Warner Brothers, and I noticed that there was an Ivy League wall. I just saw Ivy League, and it's not, but an Ivy wall about 50 yards. And then there's a place for cars to drive in, you know, and a guy there guarding the shack right there. Well, I studied it for a while, and then I went down there, said I'm going haul ass, and when I come around, if he's taking care of the car coming in, he won't see me, and I can get away. I can go straight in there.
Sure.
So I'm burning it down there, you know, and I'm going, and I get it, and he's leaning against the damn thing, smoking a cigarette, looking right at me. I went, and I stopped, and I turned, and I hauled ass, and I got out of there.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm back there where I was to start with. I'm like, I'm gonna back up 10 more yards, 60 yards. You know, you can get top speed at 10 yards. You know, and I'm like, okay, I'm going back in. He's gonna be doing his job, and I come running down there, and he's talking to a car, and I'm in, and I go 100 yards in, and there's a building on the right. And it was a 1950s building, you know, gray and old woodwork and stuff. And I go right in, and it's a small hallway. And so I go right in on the door on the right, and there's a table that's pushed over towards the desk that's on the wall. And it's like a picnic table, you know, with 6 people that could sit there. And it was pushed up against that what is it? What did I just say?
The wall?
Not the wall, the desk.
Okay.
The desk.
Sure.
It was weird. I've never seen it, you know, but I got under it and I calmed down. I stayed under it like an hour and a half, just like I'm not ready yet, you know. I'm just trying to get in the movies, you know, and I finally walked out of there. But I'd never seen a table into a desk like that.
Weird.
So I go all around the afternoon, and you know, I got no, and okay, so good. But I got in, you know, and I know how to do it again, you know. And when they called 7 years later for me to come read for Kindergarten Cop, I go. And I go into the room, and it's the same room, and the table is still there against the desk. It's still there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, why is it there? You know? And I said, look, I got to do something, all right? And I said, I got to check this. I checked to see if anybody else was under there. You know, no one's ever done that, I don't think, since me. You know, but anyway, I read a bit with him, and you know, it was just they knew, and I knew that it was just a perfect fit.
Now, how can you argue with that?
And I remember Ivan Reitman. I mean, we got along great. When I finally get the boy, and I'm running with him, I go into the nurse's station. You know, says, I'm your father, Dominic, I'm your father. No, I say, he goes, He goes, who are you or something? He says, I'm a fireman. He goes, where's your hat? I'm like, I can't fool my own boy. He's funny, you know, he's good, you know. And says, look, I said, Ivan, look, when I get the boy right there, I want to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star to him. He goes, no, don't do that. You're the bad guy. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm like, well, but it's perfect, you know. I haven't seen my son. He goes, don't do it. I'm like, all right. So I did 3 takes, and I didn't do it. Mm-hmm. The 4th take, the little kid put his hand like right here on my lip, like right here. And I went, oh, don't you remember me, boy? I said, and I started patting my face with his hand. I said, twinkle, twinkle, little star, you know. And Ivan let it finish out, and then he goes, cut. You had to do it, didn't you? I'm like, yep, I had to do it, but it made the movie. That means he had to make the decision. He's like, well, damn it, Tyson, you know, it worked out.
Very memorable. So when you were like, you know, practicing, when did it like pop in your head, like, maybe I should play it like this? This would be really cool to do. Obviously, it wasn't in the script, you know.
You mean just choices I made?
Yeah, the choice. You didn't make it that day. You probably were at home, like going over and just like after a while thinking, maybe I should do this, right?
No, it was the spur of the moment. You know?
Oh, really? It
yeah,
just popped in your head that day.
Yeah, it's like it's my boy, and I got him back. You know, and you know, my beautiful boy is back. I got him. You know, and I was just, you know, I was in character, but you know, yes, I just wanted him back, and it worked out like that, you know.
And sometimes the best scenes in movies are just that spur of the moment where you just come up with it, you know, and it's like, that's brilliant.
Yeah, to be open enough and brave enough to go ahead and make the choice, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing about making magic, you know. Just let it go, you know. I mean, when I was on the TV show Hardball, you know, I learned a lot from John Ashton. Beverly Hills Cop and stuff, and it's like you think you might be making a mistake, but it's not a mistake. It's just happened to go down the other road a little bit, and you ride it. You know, you go with it. You know, and yeah, with these writers, man, you got to do. No, I'm kidding. I write too. You know.
Yeah, of course. I gotta ask you, man, how was Arnold?
Arnold?
Yes. Hey guys, in part 2 of my interview with Richard Tyson, we're going to find out about Arnold and also what happened to Richard Tyson after Kindergarten Cop. Anyway, if you like this kind of content, of course, hit the like button and subscribe because you don't want to miss future videos.